Hey there. Did you know that the tension in your body is a direct path to soul? Well, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how it's possible to reprogram your nervous system to use the tension in your body and the energy that's kind of responsible for that tension as a portal or a gateway to a wholer version of yourself. And when you're more connected to yourself in that way, you're automatically going to be more connected to others. You're going to be more connected to the planet. You're going to be more connected to God. You're going to be more connected to your purpose and feel more compelled to, more connected to your gifts and feel more compelled to give them. So I created a cheat sheet, a guide, if you will. And what it does basically is it shows you where on this map that you are. And if that's useful to you, if that sounds useful to you, just raise your hand in the comments below and I'll pass that along to you. You don't even have to give me your email address or anything. So I'm Dr. Jay Eaker from the BioSoul Integration Center in Louisville, Colorado, for those of you who don't know me. And I've been here for the last 20 years, quietly, helping thousands of people connect with their soul's gifts and their soul's essence, embodying their pain, embodying the tension, the information in the tension in their bodies, to ultimately be able to give their soul's gifts and connect with their soul's gifts and share those gifts on the planet. And once again, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how it's possible to kind of reprogram your nervous system to be able to take the energy that's bound up in tension in your system and use that as a portal that will connect you with, again, a wholer version of yourself, a more complete version of yourself. And again, when we're connected to ourselves in that way, we're more connected to others, the planet, our purpose, our gifts, and our capacity to give them. And so let's get into it here. So in the last video, we were talking about this part of the process. Today, we're going to be talking about this part of the process over here. You can see it's called awaken, or I like to call it express. We're expressing our soul's gifts in this part, connecting with soul and expressing our soul's gifts in this part of the process. And so just a little bit of a recap. Last time I talked about how in the last part of this process, there's this discharge of the relationship to parts of ourselves we've been pushing away and a freeing up of resources. And we experience this emptiness. We start to explore space. We're sort of discharging a whole relationship that we had to a certain part of ourselves, and we start to explore this space, this emptiness. And what happens is eventually we're going to fill that emptiness, that space, with things that are more in alignment with our authentic self. And so that brings us to this part of the process here. And basically, what happens, there's a figure ground reversal that happens here. I don't know if you know that term, but I think in art, there's where suddenly the foreground becomes the background and the background becomes the foreground. And so there's a figure ground reversal that kind of happens here at some point where we go from seeing and perceiving the world through more through the hurts and traumas and accidents. We're looking through the lens of the hurts and traumas and accidents that we've experienced in life. And we sort of clear enough of that stuff to where we become more aware of our spiritual nature, the truth of who we are and why we're here, and we start to be more drawn by that. And that's kind of what starts to happen in this part of the process. And there's something that happens there, which is that a signal starts to appear. A signal maybe that we couldn't hear before, or maybe that we could hear, but we were apt to ignore it. And that signal is what lights us up, what seems important to us, what we're passionate about. It's our soul saying, hey, come this direction, come this direction. This is what lights you up. And that stuff is really important, but because of all the shoulds that we've adopted here in the survival patterns, we are apt to not be able to, we're apt to sort of pinch that signal off in our bodies altogether, or we don't trust it if we can hear it. And so that signal gets louder. You could call it intuition if you want to, and we start to become aware of that. And what happens as a result of that is we start to feel differently. We start to follow our intuition follow that calling, our soul's calling, and there's like a momentum that starts to happen, and we start to see like, oh, how fulfilling that is, and how, you know, things work out on a different level for us when we do that. And we start to become a new person, basically. We start to feel differently, feel more and feel differently, which influences the thoughts. So we start to think differently, and we start to behave differently. And we become a new person, essentially. So that's the process, the last part of this process. Again, I've created this cheat sheet, this guide, if you will, that tells you where you are on this journey and gives you some important information about what's happening in that stage of the journey so that you can use it to evolve through it. So if you want that, raise your hand in the comments below and I'll pass that along to you. You don't even have to give me your email address. And I look forward to, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.